Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the Tecsun. This is the PL-880, and I perform an evening medium wave band scan on it. First, we'll go over features. Second, we'll do a little size comparison. And third, we'll start cruising the evening band. So let's look at this PL-880. In a day where now you can buy a 990, a Sanjin X2, would you still want this 880? Yeah, this thing is amazing. It's affordable compared to those two other radios, and definitely worth getting, even with those available out there. So let's take a look at the items you get here. You get a carry strap on the left-hand side. A multitude of things on the left here. We have a shortwave antenna jack, so you can add your long wires. Here we have an antenna gain switch. We have a DX, normal, local. Stereo headphone jack. Line out for recording. DC input to charge the 18650 battery, a mini USB. On the front we have a nice speaker. This radio is known for its heavy bass characteristics. A nice deep low sound. You get to hear that tonight. Love that. Over here our power switch, and it is a sleep function. LCD panel, you'll notice battery level, alarm time. We have our current time, which is 11:27, Central Daylight Time, and I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA, to give you my location. Buttons, we have a ton of them. Let's go over them real quick. Time set, alarm set, pretty basic. Display, when you press this, it toggles this little area up here. When the radio is off, it just shows the alarm time. When the radio is on, it shows alarm time, local time, and the signal strength and signal noise ratio. There is no temperature on this radio. Also has a lock feature. FM stereo, so if you're on FM and you want a better signal on a faint station, sometimes you want to turn that stereo off. And it's also our AM bandwidth key, which is great for medium wave, shortwave listening, and of course single sideband. Here we have VF, view frequency, VM, view memory, and of course scan, which is a browse feature. You can actually auto browse the memories or frequency. It's pretty nice. Here we have a numeric keypad to direct enter frequencies. If you look, there's a little orange lettering for secondary functions. One is FM band setting. You can set it all the way down to 64 to 108, which is nice. We have long wave on or off. We have medium wave, can be set to 9K or 10K, stepping. And down here on 0, you'll notice a weird little icon. That's a very important one. That's an auto sorting feature. This radio sports 3,050 presets. Yeah, that's pretty amazing for a radio like this. Now the first page of presets is the one you're going to use the most. It's 650. 100 per band. I think the exception is shortwave. I think it's 250. But yeah, it's pretty amazing. But then if you need extra pages, you can go to the extra pages. And I believe it's up to 24 pages of 100 each. And you can put whatever you want in each of those pages. So that's how you get 3,050 total presets. Love it. And of course, add memory manually and delete and enter key there. Over here you can see it says AM, FM. Those are access to the band directly. Same here with the shortwave. And of course up and down the shortwave with the meter bands. If you look, it says ATS. That's our auto tuning storage system. It's pretty simple. You just press and hold and it automatically scans the entire band and saves any presets it finds. There you see with the FM. Now if you look here on ATS, you have A and B for shortwave. If you press and hold this button for ATS, it'll scan the entire shortwave meter bands and save every station it finds. And on B, it just scans the selected band you're on, and that's it, only the band you're on. I like that. Here we have upper sideband, lower sideband buttons, and of course take you back to normal for the same. And then you have a page function for those memories I talked about. Pretty neat. Right hand side we have a metal tuning wheel, nice, fine tuning wheel. These are all metal, and volume control. Down here we have a reset hole in case the screen gets wonky. Hit that. Haven't had that happen yet though. Right hand side we have light, auto off and on. I'm going to switch that on when we start scanning. Tone control, bass or treble. You'll leave it on treble most of the time. This thing is bassy enough. I don't think you have to add more bass to it. Top of the button, we have a snooze button. It's a nice little bar too. It's nice and long. So if you use this for alarm, this is great to have. Here we have a stainless steel whip antenna. I believe it's over 2 feet long. Thing's amazing for FM and shortwave reception. On the back here, you can see on our kickout stand, we have the frequencies, FM 64 to 108, full long wave. There's our medium wave, full, of course, broadcast band for US, 520 to 1710, and shortwave's full coverage, of course. And you can see it runs on 18650. Now, our 18650 is behind this little door here. It uses a protected button top, and this must be the standard one. You can upgrade it like with an Orbtronic if you want to get more capacity. Some of our radios use the Sanyo Panasonic 18650 GA, which is 3500. Amazing battery, so that's a good one to recommend. So let's go do a little size comparison, and we'll cruise the band, set this bad boy down. As you can see, it's the size of like a good paperback book, so go ahead and bring this up here. Okay, so I'm gonna just tilt this like this, 'cause it's a bigger radio. I'm gonna bring in something different. I got a Tecsun PL-880. Yeah, there you go. It's a newer radio. This has definitely been on the market longer. This just came up about a year ago. And this is a single sideband. Does everything you want. AM, FM, long wave as well. Just not as good as this. This is definitely a smoother sounding receiver, of course. But, if you need something inexpensive, this might be the way to go. But if you double the price, you can get into something like this. But there you are. So for size, let's put this up here, give you an idea for thickness. This PL-330 is definitely much thinner and definitely more easy to transport. Just depends on what you need. There you are. And then, of course, I always have in the house CC Pocket. See Crane's little weather radio. Nice. Fits right where the speaker's at on this beast. I'm going to bring this back down. There you go. And then last but not least, we have a deck of cards. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He loves Texans from China land. And his PL-880 in his hands. He's the master man. He's Iron Man. Rockin all the way, man. There you go. Yeah, have fun. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn this on and see where we're at. I'm on the band. I have a list to my right in case I get lost. And let's get going. And of course, on my left, I have a Terk Advantage loop, a passive loop. We probably won't need it in the evening, but just in case I find a faint signal, I could use this to clarify it. This is an amazing thing to invest in. AM radio uses an internal bar antenna. It does not use the whip antenna. That's why that's not extended. For those who don't know, there are those people that don't know. And to get better reception, you point this internal antenna, which is usually horizontally orientated here, towards the station you're trying to receive. So if my station is in that direction, I'll point it that way. The same as if it's that direction. So it goes both ways. If I was going north, I would point it to that direction. If it's going south, the same direction. So very cool. Let's go ahead and turn this up. We got our fine tuning. Okay, this is barely coming. This is WAUK 540 Jackson, Wisconsin. It's only 70 miles away, but they lower their power to 400 watts. And I think they aim the antenna a different direction or something. It's just not, doesn't come in clear for me.
There is nothing like it, and they're going straight from their speed. 325-800-421-SEAL or visit permaseal.net. Don't bet for me and better Permaseal.
Okay, here's 560. I was going to turn that light on. Yep, and I bumped the tuning. 560 WIND, Chicago, with the answer.
Affect your life. The Second Amendment, personal liberty, government intrusion. They'll also bring you the latest from the Washington Swamps on Target Radio. Sunday nights at 9. Sponsored in part by FaceTime USA, a leader in firearms education and training. Hackett Equipment, makers of the finest gun range carry.
We'll probably go 5 kilohertz down to 3.5 kilohertz when we're using this. 2.3 is a little too narrow for this radio, but it's there for us.
606-695-3237, which spells 606 My Lead, and we'll reply with the information you need to get leads for your business. Again, text info to 606 My Lead, and you'll be well on your way to reaching your sales goals. Message and data rates apply.
24 hours a day, every day. We're here to entertain and inform. News Talk 580 WTCM.
That's cool. So we just got the call letters. I wanted to wait there. WTCM 580, Traverse City, Michigan, 215 miles, 1 kilowatt. So nice. That's coming in pretty clear. And of course, it can fade in the evening. Two stations mixing. I heard a sports station, and we got a talk station. We're hearing a conglomeration of KXSP, Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles, 5,000 watts. And we're hearing WKZO out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, about 140 miles, 5,000 watts.
First, I'm going to say, this is all my story. We've been married only 3 months. Congratulations.
So hopefully we'll get some clearer stations here. This is 600. This is WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. 175 miles, 5,000 watts. We could bring a loop in, see if it helps. Put it right here. Perpendicular to the internal antenna. And then we tune it with this little purple knob here. And watch these numbers. There we go. It's about as good as it's going to get. I mean, you can try playing with the bandwidth. I think I'll leave it on 3.5. There's actually a music station there too, I heard. Okay, that's a fun exploring in the medium wave. Sometimes you'll hear stations under stations, and sometimes those under stations come up a little bit, and you can hear their call letters, then you log a new station. It's fun.
Yeah, me too, brother. That's how I can hear it so quickly. I know that feeling. My voice.
Easy knob to bump when you're moving the radio back and forth like I'm doing.
I finally came to terms with it. Got that cleared up. I owed back rent. I have 2 offices. I owed back rent on 2 locations. I got one all caught up.
So if we have storms are not coming in, we might. Let's see, it's WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles away, 10,000 watts. Okay, that's some religious music on KYFI, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts. And when CFCO out of Chatham, Ontario is jamming with her country music in this direction right here. There we go. So yeah, if you just turn that radio, you can pick up a different station. It's awesome. CFCO, Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles. This is 6,000 watts in the evening. Hispanic music on 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. 75 miles, 1,600 watts at night. Definitely a better signal during the day. Okay, so yeah, definitely picking up some weather there. You can hear that crackling. That's definitely lightning strikes. This is WSM 650, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles. I can't hover on the music, otherwise I'd let it play. Sound good. Okay, this radio's picking up 670 like crazy. I can hear it. There's a little bit of underlying here on 660, which is WFAN. out of New York City, but it's not coming in strong enough to defeat the adjacent strong 670 here in Chicago. So that's 750 miles. Cool. We'll be able to hear it just tuning back a little bit with the fine tuning.
And come together in 2021. Whether the team is playing at home on the north side or at an away game, my friends at Republic Bank of Chicago are there.
So here's WSCR Chicago, the Score, home of the Cubs on 670.
Privately owned bank that knows how to support entrepreneurs running their businesses. For Republic Bank of Chicago,
it's got a little tone on it, directly on 670, but if you go 671 or 669, it definitely sounds better.
Bank.com. Republic Bank of Chicago. Client committed, relationship driven, business focused.
When it comes to growing your business, you have to bring your A game every day.
Mama, I'm so all done now.
Okay, I was wondering if the music's jamming. It must be a lead-in for their show. 700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles. You could just pick this gentleman talking. Here's a 710 WOR, New York, New York. Again, between strong 700 out of Cincinnati there and strong 720 WGN, Chicago.
Robert Knight actually worked, and it was really strange. She worked at Vanderbilt University both as an assistant professor and as a groundskeeper, and all true. And that was the very first version of that.
720 WGN, Chicago.
He got to number 14. Buzz Cason, our good buddy.
Okay, I'm barely picking up some country music here on 730. It's CKDM, Dauphine, Manitoba, 820 miles.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll put the thing on him, and I'll beat the stew out of you.
There's Zoomer Radio, CFZM out of Toronto, Ontario. 460 miles, always fun to listen to. To be honest, the speaker's amazing on here. So here we are, 750 WSB, Atlanta, Georgia. 630 miles. Now, most good AM radios are going to be picking these stations up along with this Tecsun, so don't think you have to have this fancy enough radio for evening station listening, but it does make a difference with the sound, especially if you switch over to shortwave. You get some nice audio out of that speaker.
You know, that's the kind of stuff you can understand when agents are overly aggressive, people getting caught up in.
I don't know if I said all the details. Yeah, 630 miles, WSB, Georgia.
There's nothing to be disturbed about.
Centuries-long history of oppression when you poke
nice
fun
smooth
at, say,
tuning.
white people. But it's very, very different when you poke fun at people of color.
Okay, here's 760 WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
This demonstrates your empathy. And this is how we determine policy now. Policy is not about whether it accomplishes its effect. It's about whether...
Yeah, this guy can talk faster than me. WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles. Let's keep going.
Policy making and empathy, as though these are the same thing.
Another skill that I am following is how it relates to.
And you can also play with like upper sideband, lower sideband, see if they affect the signal. It goes lower, just to see.
Back to Shelton. A federal judge has called.
due to a challenge by activists.
Started coming in better. WABC 770 New York, New York, 750 miles.
With thousands of homeless people.
I'm gonna go a bit quicker here because we are running out of time, and I haven't even got to 1,000.
During the first year.
Mr. Mike Fiore, the director of the Center for Tobacco Research and Intervention at the University of Wisconsin School of
780 local WBBM Chicago.
Never too late for patients to quit.
We now call smoking.
800 CKLW, the information station.
Summer drink days are on at McDonald's.
So there you go. Just got the call letter. CKLW 800, Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles. Nice. We're getting call letters.
Frappe for $2 or medium Coca-Cola for $1. Taxes extra. Price.
January 6th, I write my legal authoritarian America's institutional
It's a challenging evening tonight. Yeah, definitely weather's unstable. WGY 810. Albany, New York, 740 miles. If we sat here for another 10 minutes, it might come in nice and clear. That's just the way medium wave can change.
But there is a soft deadline to get it passed August 31st. I don't know what as to the actual date.
Okay, I think the lady speaking, it's a local station, WCPT. There's a station mixing underneath there, WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, which is 810 miles.
Well, that's been one of the...
Sometimes my local station like this interferes.
Your only good neighbor, News Talk 830 WCCO. As I just mentioned a second ago...
Just got the call letters there, WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles.
You have to sue them, but you have to go through the due process. You have to basically not confess to having, when they ask you.
Here's WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. This is Ground Zero playing right now. And then Coast to Coast comes on at midnight. About 300 miles, Louisville.
Be done now. The government needs to realize it.
We might have swung through that one. Again, a big down boy.
We got a Denver ball game going on KOA News Radio. This is Denver, Colorado, 890 miles.
Watching the replay, you marvel at that. 3-2 is hit in the air to right field. Charlie Blackman.
Pendant tout l'été, chaque fin de semaine, il y a des shows de musique live et
French station CJBC 860 Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. As you can tell, I keep turning it. Toronto is that way.
Team USA basketball. Although the women's basketball is playing Nigeria right now.
It's crackling. It's fun. You never know what you're going to get. Somebody's messing around with the cereal box. 870s WWL. New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles. Talking sports.
I love the Olympics. I think everything they've done this year, I know we didn't have a
Days at 129. Looks like that is in both directions this morning. And some slowdowns continue in Queens on the westbound Grand Central by LaGuardia. I'll call it subject to closure because I've seen them close all the lanes and open a couple of them.
So yeah, they're talking New York News. 880 WCBS. Again, 750 miles. Beautiful. That's coming in clear.
North of town, the overnight work is on I-95, northbound 17 to 18A. Merritt Parkway, both
data call Permaseal for an inspection. We can identify any potential problems with your walls, floors, window wells, and sump pumps.
Local 890 WLS. High-pitch whine coming from the camera, but you can fine-tune it.
Is priceless. 800-421-7325 or visit Permaseal.net.
Okay, we're gonna speed now. Old Time Radio on CHML, Hamilton, Ontario, 430 miles. So if you're out east or central Midwest, you might be able to pick this up. Tune it in the evenings. They play Old Time Radio all the time.
show with my best friend, Mike Harmon.
A lot going on there. That could be KMBZ, KKMS, mixing.
Some big stuff involving Deshaun Watson has been wanting me to take him to the small stores, and he would buy a can
CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles.
And we would talk about books. Because
they add teams. The ACC, they add teams.
ESPN Radio, this is WMVP, Chicago.
This is the SEC's way of letting everybody know.
Okay, we're getting the mixing stations, 1010. This is out of Toronto, CFRB. Music station, I'm not sure what the music is. WKJW, maybe? Just guessing.
And just, if you will, that how simple in some ways the...
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
You know, through the television in our living room.
Local station jamming still.
Then he entered the store and sold Ingersoll on the idea that had just come to him.
WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles. Nice. Just a wonderful sounding radio. Links below if you're still looking for shortwave radio and you want something of quality. No brainer. You don't need a 990 for the media player. 880 will serve you just as well. Save some money. Yeah, this is the one to get.
I sold it for $4. Smoking like a was back for another.
I don't know if I gave you information. 1040 WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles. Let's keep going.
Picture of my mother in my car. She died of lung cancer when I was only 6.
KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
That picture of my mother.
Cool music on 1070. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Cool.
That turns your body into a fat burning machine. No shots, no pills, just...
Here's Little Rock, Arkansas, KAAY, 570 miles.
Time that Biden's mom is born, Miss.
Here's 1100. This is WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
Suppose a hidden child named Gene, supposed to be a boy, supposedly.
So there you are. Yeah, WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
Catherine Eugene.
An approved facility, for example.
What? So you can't be on your driveway watching your car.
KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
How loud is that, really?
Now, what I wonder, though...
Careful with the limited liquidity and the sort of contained pricing of it. But in terms of other countries...
Bloomberg Radio, WBBR, coming in nice. New York City, New York.
Our Okie here with us. How are you tonight?
Great. How you doing, Connie?
I'm good, thanks.
Well, I just, from the call earlier...
1140 WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles.
Yeah, it talks about the global warming. Well, the wobble is a great theory. Doesn't explain the carbon emissions. Jesus. There's one broken chuckle.
Pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition.
1180 WHAM, Rochester, New York, 545 miles. Now I only got like a minute, so I'm going to spin it.
I think it constitutes.
Not coming in.
It's not been a good day for Greg.
WCKY, yeah. I don't listen to the station much, but sports out of Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
There's the world's deepest pool.
They did with my mom. Donate today.
Here's KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles, coming in nice and clear.
814-0756.
CHHA, Toronto, Ontario.
Pandemic. Most statistics on those reports.
1630, the mighty KCJJ.
With just a few numbers broken
Iowa City, Iowa.
Dr. Badati said if there's
175 miles, 1,000 watts.
They absolutely will make those changes. An Iowa City woman was taken into custody on 2 warrants Sunday.
There you go.
Police say 22-year-old Genevia Hammonds of Muscatine.
Some cool music there. WPTX, Lexington Park, Maryland, 685 miles. And that last station there, 1700 is KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles. Okay, we'll turn that off. There it is, evening band scan. Didn't need to loop much because conditions were a little rough, but hey, it still did pretty good. If you give it time, you'll be able to hear it. Let me turn that light off, otherwise I'm going to run the battery dead. But yeah, definitely fun. If you enjoyed the video, give me a big like. You guys are the best. Tecsun PL-880, it's a legend. If you listen to shortwave, FM, AM, you're going to like this radio. It's definitely a keeper. 2, if you like Texan radios, you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future videos. And of course, 3, comment below about the PL-880. Do you own the radio? Are you looking at the 990? Do you think this might be the radio for you? Let me know. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.